this is Arohi Thatte and I'm here to present your weekly sports news presented by the Sports Spirit. Let's check out what all happened in the past week. The Indian cricket team under the captaincy of Virat Kohli faced their worst embarrassment as they were all out for just the lowest test score of India, that is 36 runs, while a rampaging Australia won the first day and night test in just 2.5 days. Well, there were no demons as such in the pitch, but the bowling displayed by Josh Hazlewood and Pat Cummins was of the highest quality. Indian pacer Mohammad Shami suffered an injury in the first test, which is now turned into a fracture and thus will be missing out on the rest of the test series. Talk records, talk Virat Kohli. Well, we can make an entire series on this. The Indian skipper has jumped to the second position in the ICC Test rankings for the best batsman, right after Australia's Steve Smith, a list which also features Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane in the 7th and the 10th positions respectively. The International Cricket Council have re-elected Imran Khwaja and Mahinda Walipuram as their associate member directors, and they will be joined on board by Neil Speet. Former Pakistani international player Mohammad Wasim has now been appointed as the chief selector for the men's national team, who has taken on the baton from Misbah-ul Haq. The CEO of Cricket South Africa, Kuganji Govinder, has been issued a notice of suspension over alleged misconduct. Former Indian Premier League chairman Rajiv Shukla is all set to return to the cricketing formats by becoming the vice president of the BCCI after being the only candidate to have been nominated to this post. Salil Ankola will be Mumbai's chief selector in the forthcoming curtailed domestic season. And the Australian all-rounder Tom Moody will be returning to his IPL franchise, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, this time as the director of cricket rather than the head coach position which he held in the past. Dave Fortmore, who guided Sri Lanka to their 50-over World Cup victory in 1996, has been named as the head coach for the Nepal's cricket team. The Mumbai Cricket Association have finally announced their head coach as Amit Pagnis for the curtailed season of 2020-21, which is to kick off in January with the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. The Vidarbha Cricket Association have also appointed their coach Trevor Gonsalves, who coached their junior team, as the head coach for their senior team as well for the curtailed season. Joe Denby has replaced Tom Banton in the ongoing Big Bash League. The latter retired from the league citing biobubble fatigue. Pakistani fast bowler Mohammad Amir has finally taken a call to retire from international cricket, citing mental torture by the Pakistan Cricket Board. Amir represented Pakistan in 36 tests, 61 ODIs and 50 T20s. Cristiano Ronaldo has become just the fourth player in the history of Serie A to score at least 33 Serie A goals in a calendar year. He has added another feather to his illustrious hat by notching up 100 appearances for his current club, Juventus, across all competitions. Lionel Messi has equaled the Brazilian legend Pele's haul of 643 goals, scoring the maximum record goals for a single club. Bayern Munich striker Robert Lewandowski has become just the third player to have scored more than 250 goals in the history of the Bundesliga games. Borussia Dortmund's teenage striker Youssoufa Moukoko has become the youngest player in the history of Bundesliga to score. Former Liverpool manager Gerard Houllier has died at the age of 73. The Frenchman managed the Reds from 1998 to 2004 and also led them to win 5 major trophies, including the FA Cup, the Leagues Cup, and the UEFA Cup treble in 2000-2001. West Bromwich have appointed Sam Allardyce as their new manager and have sacked their previous manager, Slaven Bilic, following a poor start to the season. The former has also been manager of some top-notch teams like Everton, Sunderland, Crystal Palace and West Ham United in the upper flight, and has also had the reputation of helping the struggling teams to avoid relegation. Uruguayan frontman Edinson Cavani has been charged with misconduct by the Football Association after posting some racially insensitive messages on social media. However, his current club, Man United, have insisted that his actions are not malicious. UEFA has cancelled next year's men's and women's under-17 European Championships owing to the COVID-19 pandemic. India has joined the 5-nation race to host the 2027 Asian Cup, the continent's biggest football tournament. The other 4 nations in the bid are Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Iran, and Uzbekistan. The FIFA awards were recently announced. Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski has won the Best FIFA Male Soccer Player of the Year Award 2020. The female award was won by Lucy Bronze of Manchester City. She has become the first player, male or female, from England to win the award. And finally, the Best FIFA Coach of the Year for Men's was won by the Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp after he led the Reds to an astonishing title victory after 30 years. What a game that was! Definitely worth a rewatch. Midfielder Weston McKennie has won the US Soccer Male Player of the Year award for the pandemic abbreviated season. South Korea's Ulsan Hyundai came from a goal down to win the Asian Champions League final in Doha. The Cologne Boxing World Cup, which was one of the last highlights of the pandemic hit season in Germany, has finally ended, and the Indian boxers have ended their campaign with 9 medals in total, including 3 golds, 2 silvers and 4 bronze. The 3 gold medalists are Amit Panghal, Manisha Moon and Simranjeet Kaur. Mexican pound-for-pound champ Saul Alvarez has ended his career's longest layoff by brutally overpowering the previously undefeated Callum Smith and winning 2 major middleweight titles with a unanimous decision. Floyd Mayweather, who captured 11 world titles across 5 weight divisions and who retired undefeated, former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko and Laila Ali have all been elected to International Boxing Hall of Fame and Museum. Max Verstappen clinched the 2nd win of the season and his 10th career win for the Red Bull after winning the season-ending Abu Dhabi GP. Red Bull have officially confirmed the arrival of Sergio Perez as Max Verstappen's teammate in the upcoming 2021 season. Ferrari Formula 2 runner-up and the Ferrari Drivers Academy racer Callum Elliott will be the test driver in the 2021 season. The storied Interlagos circuit will continue to be the Brazilian home of the sport until 2025. The second round of the World Rally Championship to be held in 2021, that is the Rally Sweden, has been called off due to the ongoing pandemic. The 40-year-old veteran racer Rajani Krishnan has emerged victorious in the second race of the National Racing Championship. Arjuna awardee Gaurav Gill has continued his winning streak by winning the Rally of Arunachal Round 2 in the FMSCI Indian National Rally Championship 2020. Anish Damodar Shetty has swept a hat-trick of wins at the Indian National Motorcycle Racing Championship. Mumbai's Ashi Hanspal has become the only Indian girl to participate in the 24-hour Dubai Endurance Karting Championship and has also won 2 podium places along with her teammates in the championship. Canoeing, taekwondo and modern pentathlon have won a spot at the Krakow Malopolska 2023 European Games, which will provide for qualification opportunities to the athletes right ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympics. The inaugural edition of the Premier Handball League, which was scheduled to be held at the Savai Mansingh Indoor Stadium in Jaipur between December 24th and January 10th, has now been postponed indefinitely to the next year owing to the coronavirus pandemic. The Court of Arbitration for Sport has banned the Mauritian badminton player Kate Jessica Fu Kyun for 2 years for an anti-doping violation. Doha will be hosting the 2030 edition of the Asian Games, while Riyadh will be hosting the 2034 edition of it, as according to a compromise being come and agreed upon by the rivals. Major League Baseball has now reclassified the Negro Leagues as one of the major leagues and now will be reclassifying the statistics and the data of all the 3,400 players to keep in their history. Italian cyclist Riccardo Rocco, who had already been thrown off the Tour de France in 2008 for consuming a blood-boosting drug, has now been banned for life. He already had a ban for 12 years, which was due to end in 2024. Junior Asian champion Yash Vardhan won the 10-meter air rifle event at the 6th edition of the International Online Shooting Championship. India's #1 paddler Sharat Kamal is all set to leave for Germany to participate in the Bundesliga and will be showing up for the Borussia Düsseldorf. State sub-junior champion S. Priyesh has won his maiden men's title in the Tamil Nadu TT Championship recently concluded in Chennai. Algeria's Ayman Iklev has been handed a lifetime ban and a fine of $100,000 for multiple breaches along with match fixing of the tennis anti-corruption program. The Australian Open will be finally starting on the 8th of February, 3 weeks later than originally planned. The French Open, which is held on the same course as the Riders' Club, has been dropped off from the 2021 European Men's Golf Tour due to lack of sufficient funds. Lee Westwood has had an extraordinary finish to the European Tour and has won for the 3rd time the Race to Dubai title. The South Korean golfer Kim Ah-lim has made a sensational comeback by winning the 75th US All-Women's Open title in a historic fashion. UFC fighter Khabib Nurmagomedov has been voted as BBC's Sports Personality World Sports Star of the Year for the year 2020. He competed months after his father, mentor, and his coach died, and he has a 29-0 record in the MMA with 13 straight wins under the UFC banner. Anshu Malik has become the first Indian to finish on the podium at the Individual Wrestling World Cup recently concluded in Belgrade, Serbia. She has won the silver medal in the women's 57 kg category. Sankalp Gupta fought well to win a silver medal at the Asian Continental Selections for the 2020 World Youth Online Rapid Chess Championship. He will now be representing India in FIDE's first ever World Youth and Cadet Tourney. Grandmaster P. Hari Krishna is the only Indian to feature in the 83rd edition of the Tata Steel Chess Masters to be held shortly in the Netherlands. Well, that's it for this week. If you like our content, don't forget to share, subscribe to our channel and all our social media handles on Instagram, Facebook as well as YouTube. And don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below.